point.
Scratch.
Dressing the culture, I'm adjusting the culture, huh? Adjusting the culture, I'm adjusting the culture, huh? Adjusting the culture, I'm adjusting the culture, huh? Adjusting the culture, I'm adjusting the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come adjust the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come adjust the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come adjust the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come and adjust the culture, huh?
Brick by brick, you get your boy Big Wall.
Banana. Yeah.
And I am the real Miss Gary. And it's Friday night. It's Friday night. Come on, y'all.
Yes.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's get it. We are here
Address the
with
culture.
this.
We gonna address the culture, huh?
Talk about it now. Y'all know, y'all see KL is not here, but we gonna hold it down for KL. You already know the vibes, but we are here. We locked in. I'm here with the ladies. You know what I'm saying? We finna adjust the culture. What's going on with y'all? How y'all doing?
Big Wall in the middle. Where you at? In the middle. Big Wall in the middle. Hey, you in the middle of the ladies today.
That's a fact. That's a fact. How you doing, Miss Barry?
It's Friday. And as I always say, nothing is wrong on a Friday. I have made it yet another week. So it's all good. I'm here.
Yes. And there's so much going on in the culture, man. And we're gonna get right into it now. Early in the week, we started off our week. Now we all love Miss Regina King. We all do. You know what I mean? She has been a staple in our community. We're going back as far as 227, right?
That's what I just said, Brenda.
Mm-hmm. That was Brenda. What I'm talking about? Yeah. Man, come on. So a lot of us feel like we grew up with Miss Regina King from Poetic Justice and just seeing her evolve into such an amazing staple in the community. And unfortunately, this week she lost her son. You know what I mean? Through suicide, and they say he was going through some things. You know what I mean? Last week he put, "I don't think Instagram is healthy for me." That's what Alexander. That was one of his last posts. So I had to bring this to the culture and get you ladies' viewpoint, because in the culture. When we talk about mental health, people kind of shun it. You know what I'm saying? They don't give it the proper respect. And in these days and times, everybody is going through it. You know what I'm saying? If you know it or not. So I kind of wanted to bring it to you ladies and kind of see y'all opinion on it. I'm gonna come to you, Miss Chibannas. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you play close when it comes to the mental health and you're an advocate for it. So first of all, how you feel about Miss Regina King and why do you think the culture don't approach mental health the way they should?
Well, first and foremost, let me start off on this note. Definitely want to send my heartfelt condolences out to her. I want to give her the biggest hug because it's definitely a trying time. I know all kinds of things are going through her head right now in reference to why didn't he just reach out to me? Being a mother of a child that's going through it, it's no secret. I talk about it all the time. There are no resources, and then there's always the backlash. And when I say the backlash, a lot of people that are struggling with mental health, they have a problem opening up because they're still afraid of the stigma, the quote unquote, "I'm crazy." Well, the first thing they want to say is, "I don't need help because I'm not crazy." If you need to talk to someone, or if you're hearing things or you're feeling a certain type of way, you automatically deemed as crazy or out your mind. And so people don't want to deal with those stigmas, right? And so I don't know no gentle way to say this,
I mean,
but
address the culture.
I
You know
just
what I'm saying?
feel like certain things happen because the mental health is illness is raising at is rising, not raising, rising at a record number,
Absolutely.
especially in the times that we live in, right? With the pandemic, that's enough right there. But then you also have the fact that resources, lack of resources. So one of the things that I'm always talking about is I don't think people understand it when you are a parent or a caregiver of someone who is dealing with mental issues and you can't find any resources, that in return brings some type of mental dilemma into your world. You get what I'm saying? Because you start feeling the anxiety because you want to help and you can't help, or because you're going out here reaching for the resources, but there's no resources, and there's definitely a lack of resources here in the city of Chicago. I know it. I've been fighting this battle for 4 years. So for me, check on your people. You get what I'm saying? Like everybody, like we walk around with a smile and we fight silent battles. We all fight silent battles. So I'm encouraging each and everyone listening. If ever you feel like you're in a tough spot or you feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulder, reach out and talk to somebody because there are people that's here to help you. They want to take part in helping heal you. You get what I'm saying? Because healing you heals them, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, no, I get it. Miss Berry, when the same question.
So definitely, my heart goes out to Regina King, and not just her, but her family, as well, and even with her son's friends, because we do have to think of them as well, because I'm sure that they are affected by his death just as well as she is. The one thing that she said was the fact that we are not admitting that we need help. But I think in this day and
Mm-hmm.
age, you hear people talking about it more. Mental issues have always been a factor. If you think about it since way back, I know in my family, we have dealt with a lot of different things. So growing up with it, it is something that, it hits close to home. So definitely I am an advocate of, just getting help. And I think the thing is that the one thing that I will put out there is, even if you feel like nothing is wrong, maybe you feel like I got it, I can handle it, but just get a little bit of help. And I think that, for me, I am always about communication, because I think that that's the biggest part of it as well. Like you said, she talked to somebody. What I'm saying? It's definitely good to get some professional help. But if you are not at that point, if you don't have the resources, if you don't have insurance, just actually getting it out and talking to somebody. Don't let it sit, don't let it fester. I do believe that we talk about it more. I don't believe that you are shunned as like you used to be. Back in the day, it was like that feeling of I'm the only one, and so you did, kind of stay to yourself and you didn't tell anybody. But I think we are coming out more because we're understanding more. Because we're understanding more, people are tapping into that, and you hear more conversations about mental illness and seeking help. You see it on social media now. It's just, we gotta use our resources. There are resources there. They're not as many as it should be, but the resources that you do have available, definitely I would urge and encourage anyone to tap into that. If you feeling like you having a bad day, call a friend that always has a
Yeah.
positive word for you. I'm definitely one of those people. I try to always glass half full. Even if it's something wrong, I'm gonna try my best. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
but even I get down. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Check on your
Absolutely.
strong people. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's sometimes where you be like, "Oh, you good? Like nothing ain't never wrong." That's not true. That's not
Yeah.
true. So just
Yeah.
check on your people. Just period. Have
Yeah.
those
And,
conversations.
and let me add on to that because we are talking about it a lot more. But let's be honest, we a lot of people are very insensitive. Well, when we talk about suicide, and things like that, because this is what why we're having a conversation. A
Mhm.
lot of people, there are people that talk, and people feel like, oh, you just want some attention. You get what I'm saying? And most of the time, that's not the cause. Yes, I do want some attention, but I need help. But you have those on the outside that say, oh, you're looking for a pity party, you're looking for this, and you're looking for that, you're looking for sympathy and a handout and things like that, when it's really not that, you know? And so that's why it's important that we address it, Having the phone number to call someone is not always the answer. Like, we have to really, really look at people and dissect what it is that they're saying sometimes, because it ain't that easy to come out and say, you know what, I just don't feel like going on, you know? And like, I can talk to you one on one and, give you words of encouragement. But if I don't know that you're contemplating leaving this world, you know what I mean? Then the words of encouragement may not even be directed in the right manner. So we have to learn to pay attention to signs of people that are struggling with mental health, and just uh, trying to navigate their way through this thing called life. I just want to
Yeah.
add one other thing. We all, and I do mean every single soul that ever walked this earth, will experience some form of mental ailment at some point in
Absolutely.
time in their life. You know, we just
Absolutely.
have to find
Absolutely.
ways to cope and share our experiences.
Mhm.
Yeah, shouts out to the culture game, Mama in the building again, representing, and she's speaking about therapy being stigmatized within the black communities, and that's what it is. Like, I mean, I can definitely relate. You know what I mean? When you hear people going to therapy, and then, like, let's be clear, in our community, therapy. So I didn't heard people say therapy remind them of talking to the feds, or like they telling on themselves and telling their business. You know what I'm talking about? Like, so, like, we don't want to go to people and tell them our stories and tell them our life histories, and tell them what's going on with us, because there's a lack of trust. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying, as well. So it's a lot that comes to that when people see that you're going to therapy, and it's just like conversations like this is what's going to help change that. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the culture gang. We appreciate everybody that's in here. Like, comment, subscribe, share the live if you share, if you care, because that's how we get the platform bigger and we can get the conversation even more. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
And,
That's super dope.
yep. And Wallen, the one thing that I want to piggyback on what you said.
Hmm.
I think that the key piece is going back to learning how to choose your circle. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Like, people deal with a lot of different things,
yeah,
like, oh, this been my day one, but they really ain't been. Just
yeah,
because you've been knowing them for 20, 30, 15 years, that doesn't
yeah.
mean that. Don't be
Address the
afraid to
culture.
leave people behind if they are
Yeah.
not helping you grow. The one thing,
Come
I
on,
was talking
girls,
to my niece
talk your
today,
stuff.
and she was like, although I am older, she was like, I've evolved with time, because children are not the same as they used to be, versus the old school parenting. It was like, we don't talk about stuff, if you don't talk about it, it's not a problem, it's not a factor. But that's not true. I definitely appreciate, the way that I was raised. I listen to my kids. You know what I'm saying? I ask, how are they doing? What are they feeling? How was their day? And I actually key in on what they're saying. I'm teaching them now, as young as they are, to learn to express yourself, because that's another thing. Like, you can ask a person, if you truly have that closeness with them, if you ask them how are they doing, they actually have to sit and think about it, because you don't tap into your feelings. Because as a culture, as a community, our feelings never mattered.
Yeah.
It was like, we just got to get up, get going, keep it moving. do what you got to do. You got to get up. You got to work. You got to plow the fields. You got to miss the knee, massive knee help. You know what I'm saying? It's like we never had time to really think about our feelings and how we are truly affected by things because we just had to go on.
Absolutely.
So as a community, if we teach our children now, catch them, teach them now how to express themselves, then that is something that will help them grow mentally as well. Not just grow up, get a job, take care of your family. It's other parts to that. But
yes. Shouts out to the culture game. They said surround yourself with people who lift you up. Cancel the ones who don't. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much what you said. They're feeling you 100%. Say it again, sister. That is a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are a product of your environment and the people that are around you. Like, I'm all about, you know what I'm saying, people filling your cup up as well. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes the strongest people, we get low. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And you need that energy and that reinforcement. You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to the culture game. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, again, like, comment, subscribe, share. You know what I mean? We will really appreciate it. Now, look.
I just want to touch on one more thing.
Okay, go ahead. It's a serious topic. So, you know what I'm saying? This is something that we really want to address. So, go ahead.
So, with the reason why his last statements on social media, it kind of takes me to the documentary that we talked about, The Social Dilemma, where all the executives of Facebook and Google and all them talked about how they seen this becoming a problem,
on social media, through social media.
Yes.
Social media is a thing. Like when they talking about taking the likes off social media and the dislikes because it's like making people feel like self-esteem is getting low.
Yeah.
Like so it's real. Like people are depressed because they're not getting a certain amount of likes on Instagram or Facebook. Like that's
and see that's what have you watched the documentary The Social Dilemma?
No, I haven't.
You have to watch the documentary. So all the marketers and sales representatives and everything, they went to Mark and all the owners of these social media platforms, explaining to them that this was creating what type of problem it would create, and they didn't care because they was too busy trying to figure out a way to make money with advertising and things like that. You get that. It's a very, very powerful movie, documentary, should I say?
Yeah,
you gotta watch.
I'm gonna check that out.
I think they came up with it because you had the 12-year-olds and the 13-year-olds committing suicide on Facebook Live and things like that.
Yeah, it's at an all-time high, man. It's at an all-time high. Like Miss Berry said, man, reach out to everybody, man. And if you think they okay or not, just reach out because in these days and times, man, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? But shouts out to everybody again in the culture game tapping in with us. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate it on this Friday night. You already know the vibe.
Yeah.
Now look. Now I don't know, man.
Subscribe.
Yeah, what she said. You know what I'm saying? Now, Chris Brown, man, I don't know what's going on, man. Today it has came out that Chris Brown is accused of drugging and raping a young lady on a yacht. She is suing him for $20 million. It was on Star Island, right off of Diddy's property. The young lady said Chris, he invited her over. She's a dancer. She's right now they're leaving her as a Jane Doe, but she's a dancer. She's known in the industry. She said he came over, invited her over. He was nice.
I really need y'all to be.
She said he gave her a drink. She started getting sleepy, and he, that's when allegedly he raped her. So, we had to bring it to the culture and find out like what's going on. Chris Brown denies it. He says he hope everybody see that every time he drops a project, something's going on with him. People, stuff like this comes out about him. You know what I'm saying? So, we want to talk about it, man. I'm gonna come to you, Miss Berry. What do you think is going on with Mr. Chris Brown? You know what I'm saying? Do you think it's a conspiracy plotter to him, or you think it holds some weight?
So I am going to tread very lightly on this subject because I never want to shame the victim. Okay. The only thing that I will say is if you were being raped and drugged, does the amount of money really make that right? Suing for money for some type of monetary compensation doesn't make it right. Is that going to solve the issue? Um,
Come on, I love the way you
really
took that.
want charges pressed if someone were to drug me and rape me because I want you prosecuted. Money is really not going to do anything for me. It doesn't take back what you did, nor does it fix you because a person who will rape and drug someone has a serious problem. You really have a problem
Mhm.
if that's what you have to do. And take Chris Brown's name out of it. Anyone who has to alter someone's thoughts in order to get a piece, something is wrong with you.
A little bit.
So what I need for you to
Mhm.
do is be prosecuted so that you can go to jail so that you can get you some help because you need some help. So putting a dollar figure on it kind of changes it a little bit for me.
You know what? And I'm not even gonna hold you, Miss Berry. That gave me pause as well when I seen it. Now, like we not gonna victim shame. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? We not gonna. Hey, if it happened, it shouldn't be happening. He needs to be held to whatever in store for him. You know what I'm saying?
He
Right.
needs to be held
He needs to
accountable.
be held
Point blank
accountable.
period.
Point
Yeah.
blank. Period. Let's be clear. You know what I'm saying?
R. Kelly
But
style.
oh, see, here you go. There you go. See, every time we start talking about it, you bring in R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let that go. But as far as Chris Brown, you know what I'm saying? Like when I seen that she sued first for the 20 million instead of like trying to press charges, it made it look a little strange to me. Even though she said she didn't come out, and I think it happened in 2020. It happened a little while ago, and she said she didn't come out because she was scared and so on and so forth. But when you do come out, you're suing. You know what I'm saying? So not to say that it didn't happen, but that's a little crazy.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna
But
say this.
you got to think of it from her standpoint, right? Uh, when it comes to the person itself, we're talking Chris Brown, right? So one, a lot of things that people catch is people are not gonna believe me. Why would Chris Brown have to, you know what I mean, drug and do what he did when you got women literally throwing their underwear at him at concerts, right? But then the fact that she held on to it. So, I've talked about this before on the show. I was a victim of rape. You feel what I'm saying? And I didn't report it. I
Mm-hmm.
never called the police and reported my abuser, you know. And it's hard, especially if it's someone that you trust. And then like a person that has a huge following or fan base, because then people gonna look at you like, well, why would he have to do that to you? You know what I mean? So I understand when some women don't go immediately and tell it. But going back to his celebrity status, when you finally do get the courage and go and tell it because you shared it with someone and someone probably told you, you need to go to the police. So now you got your courage because somebody that actually believes you. You get what I'm saying? And you need that one person to believe it happened, right? So now you go, and everything that's going to come behind that is he got money. You might as well get paid for it. And so the lawyers, once you go and file any paperwork, them lawyers be jumping up in sending you them flyers like
Trying to get
advertising,
paid.
like
Yeah.
yeah,
If that's the
and so
situation.
they'll come and offer you a sweet ass deal, like, I get that you don't want the money, but you should make him pay for this shit. He got it. You know what I mean? So sometimes it be people coercing them to sweeten the deal. You know what I mean? Because of their own monetary value that's going to come behind it.
Yeah, yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Miss Barry, you was finna say something, and I think I have an idea what you was finna say. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, I want to hear it.
So I just wanted to comment on the Culture Gang. One thing that they said is that because she can't get charges pressed, perhaps not enough evidence to convict. But don't you have to have enough evidence to win your case, whether it be suing for money or whether to convict for criminally? Like there has to be some type of evidence somewhere. And like I said, I don't want to shame the victim if that is what it is. No one knows but the two of them. No one knows. We're all just giving our opinion, from what we've experienced or things that we've seen or heard. In this day and age, when everyone, including myself, is looking for a good lawsuit. So I mean,
I'm feeling.
So it's just like, because the first thing that you heard, not that she attempted to press charges, but the fact that she is suing. If there was an attempt to press charges and then okay, that case was weak, and then a lawyer picked it up and then he said like, okay, well, let's try to get him in the pockets, so I don't know. It's the money thing is what
it throws everything off.
Yeah, the money piece is what I was stuck on. I'm
not, but don't y'all.
Yes,
but don't. Is it fair to assume that every time there's someone with celebrity status that engage in a sexual misconduct act, a civil suit come right in behind it?
Usually, like that's what I'm saying. Like usually they pursue it criminally, and if they win a criminal case, they sue, do the civil. You know what I'm saying? But she came out the gate like trying to sue him for 20 million. You know what I'm saying? And I know like it being traumatized is deeper than the money. Especially if you're willing to come out in front of the whole world and say that this big celebrity done this. So like you ready for whatever comes. You know what I'm saying? So I would think that it would be bigger than the money. Like I want to see him get held accountable criminally. And then if you want to double back and hey, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But so that like the order is a little off. You know what I'm saying? And they say when you see smoke is usually fire. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna stay in tune with this story. You know what I'm saying? And see where
all of our musical icons are.
I know, right? Because look,
I'm about to fall out of love with music.
Look, we was just talking about Trey Songz. You know what I'm saying? And Nas with like, man, come on, man. I don't know what's going on.
But I don't think it's just fair to say musical icons, because I think that it goes back to what we just said. There's mental issues. You said it yourself, you said everybody is going to experience an issue mentally. Like you're going to experience something. So them being musical icons has nothing to do with it. It's the person, the person has an issue. And
I'm just saying, I'm losing my love for music now. Like, every time I listen to something, I'm be like,
yeah, but look at the actors. It's actors, actresses, it's producers, directors. They have had things happen too. It's not just, it's that Hollywood period. They always talk about all of the like. I'm sorry, I cannot think of the word right now, but they're
demonic. Is it
demonic? Yes. I can't think of the word. I was gonna say the devil. I'm like,
when did this
there's something going on
it is
in that world. Like that is a whole nother world. Once you enter that realm, that is a whole nother world. And you have to be strong enough to be able to get through that. Everybody want a piece of the pie. Everybody want them dollars. But you got to know what comes along with that. It's a lot that goes along with that. And it's not just...
They say blood sacrifice.
Yeah, all that demonic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of little stories that goes on within the world Hollywood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And these different things that go on. I'm not gonna say it's all true, but I'm not gonna say it's all lies neither. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's something going on. You know what I'm saying? And shouts out to the culture game. Sexual assault is about power. You know what I'm saying? Not lust. And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, and I think when you hear people that's supposed to be sex symbols or whatever, Chris Brown and guys who you be like, man, they can have any woman they want. Like, why logically would they go do that? But it's really not about that. You know what I'm saying? But
it's about the fact that you told me no. And do you know my name? Do you know who I am?
Yeah,
do you know how many people would love to be right here? And I chose you, girl. You better give me.
Yeah. And don't nobody want that. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want that. You know what I'm saying? But look, y'all already know the vibes. We locked in, man. We gonna take a little commercial break and pay some bills. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Sponsors in the building. We got a few bills to pay, and we gonna be right back. You know what I'm saying? To address the culture.
Addressing the culture.
Fearless. She's fearless. She's not only a silence breaker, she's an author 2 times. She's funny as hell, and she's just a real one.
There was a part of the story when I talked about coming back from Dallas, him picking me up from the airport, and how he beat me in the back seat of the vehicle. And in the headline on one of the blogs, it's very popular, I'm not going to name, it said, R. Kelly ex-girlfriend says that he kicked her in the back seat of his car and said, bitch, stay out of my business.
Okay, so I'm a girl, so I'm going to ask a girl question.
All right.
What are you looking for in a partner? First thing that comes to your mind.
First thing that came to my mind, girth.
You already know we are back. We are back to here with This Week in the Culture. Tap in, you know what I mean, to everything we got going on. We got so many shows. Shouts out to Lizette. Shouts out to Kitty Jones. Dope interview. Tap in on the Address the Culture Network. And if anybody looking for sponsors and looking to get their advertisement on our platform, tap in us and we'll make it happen. You already know. Now, look, we're going to keep the show going now. It's so much going on when we talk about this mandate and everything that's going on. Now, this week, more studies came out about the vaccine and the mandate and different things like that. So I want to bring it to the culture. I want y'all to see this video and see what y'all feel when we talk about just the virus and everything that comes along with it. Check this out.
Now, first on the vaccine mandates. It's now a proven fact that being vaccinated and boosted neither protects you from contracting the virus nor spreading it. And more shocking is the new data that the vaccinated are more likely to contract Omicron than the unvaccinated. Now, a fantastic piece today in the Wall Street Journal correctly notes one preprint study found that after 30 days, the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines no longer had any statistically significant positive effect against Omicron infection. And after 90 days, their effect went negative, i.e. vaccinated people were more susceptible to Omicron infection.
Now, you know what I'm saying? So I had to, come to the culture and see what y'all felt about that. It seems that the vaccination is not working the way it intended. The studies is coming out. So my question is to the ladies on the panel is, why do you think they keep pushing the narrative for the vaccine if it's proven that it's not working? I'm gonna come to you, Ms. Berry. What you think about that whole narrative?
I really don't even know what to think at this point. one comment that I see right now, it says consider the source Fox News equals fake news, but how do I know who's real and who's not? We are living in a world where you can find supports for your argument depending upon, like, I watched a YouTube video and the guy was like, is drinking coffee every day good for you? So he was able to find supports for his argument that it was good for you. Then he was able to find supports for his argument that it wasn't good for you. In a day and age where it's so much information out there, it's like information overload. How do I know what's real and what's not? You call Fox News fake news, but Fox News has been around forever. You know what I'm saying? How do I know what is real? How do I know who I can trust? I tell you who I trust. Me and God, and that's who I trust. I don't trust none of y'all politicians and all of this stuff. I don't know what y'all. It was like when these past few elections, it was like lesser of two evils. You know what I'm saying?
It really was.
And pardon me, mom, because I know you won't hear, but which one gonna fuck me worse? Like, I'm gonna take the one that ain't gonna get me that bad. You know what I mean? So like when you talk about, you know what I'm saying, the vaccine and should you, shouldn't you, the mandate, should you, shouldn't you, I have no clue. My head is spinning. I don't know what to think. I don't know who to trust. I have no idea. And what do you do in a situation like that when you don't know who to trust? Like, you know, what do you do?
Yeah. And that's my sentiments, you know what I mean? Like, for me, seeing it coming from Fox News and seeing it come from Fox News and in places like that, those sources are reliable sources. You know what I mean? If anybody, you know what I'm saying? If anybody is going to push the narrative that the vaccine will work, I would say Fox News will push it because they in line with the agenda, if it's an agenda as well. But I mean, those studies have been coming out for a long time. For me, I'm just curious on why, you know, it will be continued to be pushed if the results is not giving us the results that it was supposed to be given.
But you know what made me know that there is something up with the media? Mm-hmm. When you watch this last election between Biden and Trump, it depends on who you were watching at the time, because we were flipping the channel back and forth. And then this one had this one as the winner. And then this one had this one as the winner. But it's like, how are you all reporting real-time news? And both of y'all are saying something different. You have this one as the winner. You have the blue that's the winner, the red that's the winner. But votes had to come out. You know what I'm saying? How are you reporting real-time news? It's like you make up what you want. And where are you getting that from? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I trust you to tell me the truth? They say, okay, good research. Like, but if the news is supposed to be people that you can trust, people that you can count on, right?
Absolutely. That's what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? That's what it's supposed to be. But is it that it's a whole nother story? And that's what's so conflicting. But shouts out to the culture gang. Israel, South America, and Italy are reporting the same results. And that was one of my points as well, you know, from other media sources in different countries that kind of was doing what we're doing now previously. Like Israel was one of them countries that 98% of their country was vaccinated, you know, before we was, and they were getting the same results. What was going on there is going on here. So I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised. You know what I mean? What's going on? But I definitely think it's just I'm with whatever choice you make. If you choose to be vaccinated, be vaccinated. If you don't. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever's comfortable for you, but definitely want to know the facts and know what you're getting yourself into and not believing the hype, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm all about. I want to know the full scope of things. You know what I'm saying, Ms. Berry?
I hear you.
Yeah.
You muted, she.
I say I'm muted.
Go ahead.
I'm back. But yeah, the truth of the matter is what we've been saying every time we bring up the subject. Me and you, well, pretty much been on the same wavelength. They haven't had enough time to test it, to see if it actually works. You get what I'm saying? We're just trying to rush and give an antidote. You know what I mean? Kind of like to put a Band-Aid on the anxiety that the world is feeling right now, because everybody want to get back, everybody ready to get back to the money. And right now, that's the only thing that seems to matter, the money. Like, what was the red flag for me? And I'm going to say it, and I hope y'all get mad at me, but the fact that they let Johnson and Johnson in on it, and they have several class action lawsuits going on right now from giving out misinformation, lack of information. You get what I'm saying? So why would we even think to utilize this? I know why. Because it's a class action lawsuit. Because later on, I'm gonna sue your ass too. Because I want to go ching ching too.
But I think
if I grow a tail, I want like $2 million compliments of Johnson and Johnson.
But you know what? They're protected. Like they set in laws that for the first few years or so many years, you can't even sue them. You know what I mean? Like
And
the government passed laws. That's what I'm saying.
You know, most people don't read all that fine print. They sit and the doctors say, this means this, this means this, but you don't read it for yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the issue, is the fact that we're not reading it for ourselves. You know, like I can't lie and say that I've done all of this research, because I have not. Mm-hmm. I really haven't. And maybe that looks bad on me as, you know, a mother, someone who is speaking out publicly. Maybe that looks bad on me, but I didn't really look that far into it, to be honest with you. I guess I feel like they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do. I hate to sound cliche, but they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do. You know, if they're gonna decide to make it mandatory, they're gonna do that. Do I feel like, you know, something could have been helped, like they could have maybe avoided this a bit? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there should have been measures in place. But you know, what can I say?
Yeah.
I don't trust them, period.
And that's what a lot of people feel.
Yeah, I don't trust them.
Yeah.
They don't have my best interest at heart.
Yeah.
I'm just a number. They could care less. Like you said, they in this business to make money. So, I mean, okay.
Yeah. And that's what it just feels like, you know what I'm saying? But again, like I said, a lot of people getting the vaccine for a safer mind, you know what I'm saying? Just for the safe mind. But even with the vaccine, I encourage everybody to still wear your masks, try to practice social distancing, you know what I'm saying? All that good stuff, because it's still spreading. Shouts out to KL in the building. You already know what's going on with you, man.
Look. Now here's my thing. Hey KL, we miss you over here. Damn, we ain't got no argument.
I just said that. You know what I'm saying? Take it or don't take it. Either way, wear your goddamn mask. Shouts out to KL.
Now, here's the thing. You can't go out to public places here in Chicago without the vaccination. So, is the vaccination still mandated? And in light of everything that's going on, are they gonna take that back?
You know, they're going back and forth with these mandates. Like every day it's back and forth. One day they saying they mandate, then the Supreme Court take it away. You know what I'm saying? It's just a whole lot of uncertainty. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I think?
It is.
I think business owners should sue the fucking government. You get what I'm saying? Because they constantly putting their staff at risk and they're losing their business.
It's like, a lot of that.
They lose employees. They're risking lawsuits. You get what I'm saying? Because if you go there, like they're covered, the government is covered from not being sued. But if I go to your establishment and I contract COVID, I'm gonna sue your ass. If I know it came from your establishment,
I'm gonna sue you.
But it's no way to prove where you got it from, though. And I think that's the whole thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way to really prove. And that was the one thing that they were talking about, which is why they're saying social distancing, which is why they're saying wear a mask, because you don't know where it came from. It's not as it, like, to me, I kind of like look at it like an STD. if you're sleeping with multiple people, you have no idea who done it. You know what I mean? Like you have no idea who done it. You know what I mean? It's like the same. You can't say like, oh, I patronized your restaurant. You owe me now. No, you don't know that it came from me.
Well, back away from your screen, because at the rate we're going, we probably can catch it through the monitor right now. Like, it ain't safe.
Hey, look, let me find out COVID catching niggas up. You know what I'm talking about? Like, nigga, how you get COVID? You supposed to be around me. Like, nigga, you been doing something. You know what I'm talking
about? You know what? Imagine your sneaky link having COVID, right? And then you end up with COVID, and your sneaky link posts online, I got COVID, but your main boo ain't got COVID. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait.
Yeah. All that's going on.
If you working and all that, if your main boo working and ain't no way to tell, you ain't get that from me. What you talking about, Charles? Stop playing with me. Didn't you go to work yesterday? No, quit playing with me. And you was sniffling just the other day.
No. See what had happened was, you know what I'm talking about?
That part.
Listen, you can't catch me up like that. Now I will tell you this, like in the very beginning, when they were saying like, okay, so if you feel something coming on, drink something warm. You know what I'm saying? You got to drink something hot every day. I'm like, well, maybe you should keep your mouth off stuff because apparently it's starting in your throat. Like, that's the way that it's happening. It's starting in your throat. So keep your mouth off stuff.
Oh,
and
then,
man. You know what I'm saying? You'll stop the spread.
Look.
You know what? That's probably Miss Berry.
Look. Hey,
I'm taking my hat off that I don't even have. Because apparently ain't nobody wearing no hats around.
No. I told you, as long as you got your mask on, you don't need a condom. I told you that. No, I'm just playing.
If you eat the COVID, then what difference do it make for the mask on? You get it out, so what difference does that make? You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing as a guy or whomever that's messing around with a whole lot of people and they say, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like you going down or whatever, and then you like, I put a condom on. Okay, but I already got it. Whatever I got, I've got that too.
Look. Hey, look. I know I'm wrong, but I don't want to be all the way wrong. You know what I'm talking about? Like I don't want to be all the way wrong. I might get lucky. You know what I'm talking about? I might get. I'm messing up my odds if I just go wrong everything. You know what I'm saying? I might
kiss no babies then while you keep yourself. I'm kissing no babies.
You know what?
I might get past.
Crazy though.
You know what I'm talking about?
Because that is so true. You have men that willy-nilly oral. Like it's normal.
Which I don't understand.
Normal everyday life, right?
Which I don't understand that, but yeah.
And then want to use a condom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you using a condom? You just chupad me chocha.
Not chupad me. Girl.
Oh, not you pod me.
Dog, KL. You talking this language, some raw is law.
Look at KL. Raw is law.
Real talk though. And you know what I'm saying? And it's not just the fellas. You know what I'm saying? You got some
raw DICK will leave you SICK.
It happens. It happens, and then they talk about, but I'm safe. No, you're not, baby. You ain't safe. The safest way to stay at home. The safest way is to stay at home. Social distancing. Stay your tail at home.
It ain't safe. Yes,
it ain't safe. Yes. Hashtag.
And wear your mask.
Chupad on me, chocha. Yeah, that's hashtag Monday night. Yeah.
And don't poke no hole in it.
That is a new one. See, I'm definitely going to be using that one. That is a new one.
Shouts out to the Culture Gang. We appreciate everybody in here. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Join the Culture Gang. Hit that little bell on the side so anytime we drop any kind of content, y'all be the first one to get it. Now, look. We're going to keep it moving because it's some crazy stuff going on in the culture. And I kind of want to bring it up to y'all now. We talk about, because I know the ladies is in the building tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm holding it down with the ladies. You know what I'm talking about? KL here with me. You know what I'm talking about? But Lil Mama, you know what I'm saying? She made a crazy statement today. You know what I'm saying? She said so many black women are bending over on social media. You would think the shit was a mass mandate, and she spelled mass MASS. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna put that out there. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be petty, and I'm gonna put that out there. You know what I'm talking about? But I wanted to know.
Is that why the dope face up there like? Oh, did she say mask? Or is it for the whole statement? I don't know. It's right up under mask, like hookahonic type thing.
Yeah, it's the that was somebody who commented on it, and they put the face up there like, you know what I'm saying? Little Mama always talking crazy. So I want to bring it to the ladies. I'm gonna come to you, Miss Berry, because I see your face. You know what I'm saying? I see the face. I see the smoke. You know what I'm talking about? How do you feel about Lil Mama pointing it just to black women? Because personally, that's my problem.
You don't ask me a question. You took the smoke. That's where I was going to go with it, because that's
go ahead. You got it.
You took the smoke. Like, that's definitely my problem, is the fact that you singled out black women. That's my problem, because when I go on social media, I've clearly seen a lot of asses, and it wasn't just black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody is doing it. Now, to say that you wish that women would stop degrading themselves and stop using themselves in that way, then I could go there with you and I could agree with you. But for you to single out black women as we're the only ones that's doing it, baby, we are not, because video vixens and sluts and all that stuff been around since. And it's not just us. It is not a culture thing. It is a person who chooses to do that. Sex sells. And in a time and age where everybody is trying to get on, they are using their bodies, which they've always done. Women have always done that. They have used their body to try to get on. Everybody's trying to make $1. And that's what it is, because you get more likes, you get more followers, you get more when you naked. And that ain't got nothing to do with color.
Yes, you definitely get more when you
now that the smoke been cleared.
You know what I'm saying? That's a fact.
I'm just saying, come on, man. To single us out, you know what I'm saying? And I'm offended as a black woman, because ain't nobody seen my tail on social media. Nah, maybe that's why I only got a couple followers. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like I don't have to do that. Like, it's gonna happen for me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
talk your shit.
Yeah, like, it's not so don't say it's all of us when it's everybody is doing it.
Everybody.
You can talk about rappers too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so since you in the industry, it's rappers too. All them chicks is naked. All of them. Every single last one of them is naked.
Talk your shit. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't just black neither.
Look.
They get their booties done so that they can show it off.
Yeah, that's a fact. KL shouts out. He said, "Lil Mama ain't got no ass, so I'm pretty sure she hating." You know what I'm talking about? And I ain't even gonna lie. That was the same feeling I got, because, you know, for years everybody said Lil Mama and Bow Wow was the same person. You know what I'm talking about? So what?
You petty.
Ain't nobody ever been checking for Lil Mama. So she scrolling Instagram and seeing all that ass, and she getting madder and madder.
They're trying to be relevant, man. Everybody wants to be relevant. You trying to come back?
Like, ooh, I hate her big booty ass. Only thing, is that all she got?
You know, and shout out to the country.
She should be
singling out black women because that's who she cares about. But I didn't really feel care in the statement. I didn't really feel a lot of love in that statement, because if it was caring, if it was love, then maybe she could have said it differently. Because the one thing that I've always been taught, it ain't what you say, but it's how you say it. So maybe had she have come differently with what she wanted to say, then maybe I would have taken it. But I taken it with love, but I definitely took offense to that. I definitely did. As being a black woman, I took offense to that. And I am sensitive about us, because people always make an example out of us. They always want to use us as an example. We are not the only ones that do things. But somehow, some way, it all comes back to black folk.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in a negative
but,
way.
you know, and retro to the culture gang, shout out to her. I get where she coming from. Like, at the end of the day, I'm a person that, like, I don't do strip bars. It's not that I not strippers. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like you say, forever the Black woman has always been looked at as a sex icon. You get what I'm saying? From being raped to being nannies to being mothers, you know what I mean? To, you know, just prostitution.
Just across the board, I always looked at like that. You know what I'm saying? But see, look, my thing is, like, I don't like the fact that she singled out Black women. Not the fact that she said it, because, you know, to each his own. You know, it is a lot of that going on, which I'm a fan of it. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm talking about?
It goes to women.
Look, that's my same problem with Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying? I want to throw that in there, because when women go on his show, he always say, see, you Black women. See, that's why don't nobody want you Black women. Some of the stuff he be saying be real. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about just how men think. But when he say, that's why don't nobody want you Black women, I take offense to that, me being a Black man. Don't single out Black women and make it seem like it's them or that y'all do it the most. We're not finna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that somebody got to stand for it.
Here's
you know
the thing, though. This is what I want both of y'all to hear, though. Like, when it comes to singling them out, maybe it's what we call tough love in the Black culture. You get what I'm saying? Like, I love you, and I think more of you, and you should think more of yourself than to be behaving in the manner in which society has already ridiculed or suspected you to behave because of the color of your skin, or the area that you were raised in, or the family you were born in. You know, we are born with certain attachments, right? Things stamped on us to say where we come from. You know, so when they say it, Lil Mama, going back to Lil Mama's statement, it's a term of endurement. Like, gee, why are you doing this? You are worth so much more. You know what I mean? But everybody don't know how to deliver, and that's how things get misconstrued. I tell people all the time, like, one word can literally change the whole dynamic.
Okay, so let me say this. This is what I got to say. I'm sorry. I'm finna come back at you on this one. So, if that is what you wanted to do, if you were trying to uplift, then why use your platform to chastise us nationally, so that everyone can see what it is that you have to say? If you want to pull your sister to the side and say, sis, can you do a little bit better with yourself? Can you kind of change that a little bit? I'm not finna front you in front of everybody. That's just like if your child do something, you ain't finna whoop them in front of everybody. And when company leave, I'm finna get you. You know what I'm saying? You getting that little one, I'm finna get you, but I'm not finna do it in front of everybody. So that is my problem. If she wanted to pull us as a culture, as a community, she could have done it in a different way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't chastise me in front of everybody, because then now your message is falling on deaf ears. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't hear nothing you're saying, because it could have been a message in what it is that you're saying, but I hear nothing because it's the way in which you do it. Everybody got that. Don't front on me. That's the biggest thing that everybody say is, man, don't front on me, man.
Yeah,
don't do that.
But here's the
right, but don't front on me, because you're gonna get a totally different Miss Berry if you front on me.
Because now it's not even about that no more.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Miss Berry. I know we all grew up with this in our household. If it don't apply to you, then why are you taking offense to it?
Because
I'm talking to my
people, because I'm always about my people and the uplifting of my people to build us up. All I'm saying is, if she said women, then I would be fine with that.
Yeah.
But to single us out as Black women, that is what I take offense to.
That's what my problem is. No, she's not talking about me personally. No, she's not. But she's talking about a cousin. She's talking about a sister. She's talking about a friend. And if you're talking about them, you're talking about me. And that's what my problem is.
Talk your shit.
No. So Miss Berry. Yes. Are other races not your brother and your sister, your cousin, and all that?
If we're talking in this conversation, no, we're talking about my community. We're talking about my sisters in my community. She singled out Black women, so we're only in this instance talking about Black women. That's who we're talking about.
Yeah, we talking about
women. She didn't want. She don't care. My point is, certain people don't care about the other race. Like, she don't know how to deliver what she's trying to say. That's what.
But that's not.
She needs to go back to her PR then. That's what she needs to do. Maybe you need to filter what you gonna say and get your PR to put your message out there. That's why you got PR. Because just like we talked about last week, same as Mitch, you have a responsibility. You have a responsibility. Same way when I got ready to answer the question about the young lady who is accusing Chris Brown. I tried my best to tread lightly. You have a responsibility. When you put it out there, you can't take it back, and it's hard to clean it up.
Yeah.
She thought about that. Don't tell me that you didn't look at your message or read your tweet a couple times before you decided to push and put it out there. You did. Everybody did. Everybody does.
That's a fact.
And then she went back looking at the comments.
I can't take that away.
Post and delete. She didn't even do a post and delete. She could have did that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
She stood on what she said, and I'm standing on what I said. Don't talk about my.
She said that she don't want.
She said what she said, and I'm gonna say what I said. You talk about my cousins, you talk about my sisters, you talk about my mom, my aunties. You talking about me?
Yeah.
She might as well be inserted the real Miss Berry, because that's
well, I'm a woman that has pictures like that. You get what I'm saying? So, and I didn't take offense to it though. You know what I mean? And
you know what? A lot of people did. That's why she's been getting dragged all day long.
I know a lot of people did.
She been
because we're always attaching the race, the color word.
No.
She did
it. She did
I
that.
didn't change what she said. I didn't add to what she said. She said what she said. It's in print. I didn't change nothing. She made it about her.
Yeah, she did. When she said black women, you know what I'm saying? She made it about race. Because I'm with Miss Berry 100%. If she would have just said women, I'm tired of scrolling, seeing women out here, Okay. I like it's women who really feel like that. But when you say women,
what I'm trying to get y'all to understand is she pretty much on y'all's same side of the totem pole. She don't care about the other race. She really, I give you what you said. She could have said it better. I'm not dismissing that.
I just got your point.
But what I'm trying to tell y'all, just like you just said, Miss Berry,
you know what?
And you agreed to, before you send a post, you read it over and over. You think about it. You get what I'm saying? So you don't think she thought about the backlash that was going to come behind it?
I see what you're saying.
I see your point.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, she thought about all that. She just finally cleared up her fucking incident with Jay-Z. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, they keep bringing that back.
You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like,
you know what?
Once you do something, if you already got this bad aura out here, you really ain't trying to put a whole nother bad aura out there. And that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. She's not saying it. That's why I use me not going to strip clubs and things. It's certain things that I don't oppose. It's not because I knock your profession. Mm-hmm. It's just when I see a black woman, I see a queen. And we've always been looked at as sex symbols. You get what I'm saying? So why, if you got the opportunity to use your brain, why are you using your body?
Okay, well then.
But I get it. Social media.
But you
This
just
whole
said,
dilemma.
but you just said you are a woman who has those type of pictures, right? That's what you just said.
Right.
But then on the other
It's
side, you said,
social media and being in certain realms and things like that. You do things that are trending.
yeah,
You
but
do
that's a
things that
contradiction though to
sell.
what you just said. That's a contradiction. You said I
How?
am a woman who has those type of pictures. That was the first thing you said. Then you said, well, but using your body, that's why you don't patronize strip clubs and things like that. Like, but isn't that a contradiction? Because you yourself are using your body and using your platform.
I don't use not for money. Not
I
for
mean, it
money.
may not
When
be for
I say
money,
I
but
have those, when I say I have those types, when I say I have those types of pictures, honey, what I'm saying is I sell what I wear, my clothing. You get what I'm saying? And if I feel it looks good, there are pictures that people will take, you know what I mean, when we're out having a good time and they're posting. You get what I'm saying? So I have booty shots. I'm sure every woman kind of like got a booty shot. Swimming suits. You know what I mean? And if you do social media and you've been to the beach and you're confident with your body, you're gonna, you know, post your pictures of you in the beach. You get what I'm saying?
definitely.
It's a social media thing. What she's saying is the same thing that I'm saying. Like, if you're using it for exploitation of yourself, well, I'm saying that wrong. If you're using it for money purposes and things like that, then it's a difference. You know what
But
I
in
mean?
a sense,
I
you
don't
are
know.
too, because you're selling your clothes though. So you're not selling your body. You selling your clothes. So in a sense, you're doing the same thing. I mean, and well, I guess if you look at it like that, then so am I. Like, I'm not getting naked, but I'm definitely trying to use this and everything else that I got to try to make it somewhere for someone to see me. So that if you're going to take that point, then we all are whoring ourselves out essentially.
Yeah, I mean, shouts out to the
I'm
culture game.
like, think about what you just said.
Shouts out to the culture game. We appreciate y'all staying so in tune at Chibannas. Instead of chastising us for defending our culture, why not chastise the ones that commit the crime? Chibannas, you respond to that?
I'm not chastising. I'm just trying to get people to think on the other side of the box. Like, sometimes everybody is not thinking race. You get what I'm saying? She already is being, not been good in the public eye. So for her to go and put this statement out, knowing we're in a very vital time when it comes to our race. So she thought about it, and I don't think it was necessary just like a punch to the back of Black culture. I don't at all. That's all I'm saying. I'm not chastising nobody. I'm just saying sometimes people just like, baby, I love you. You need to do better. And she probably
you know what?
Like
you
I
know
am
what?
right now. You know what I mean?
I can't even front with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not a fan. I don't subscribe to the channel of no public chastising of my people because I feel like we done been through so much. So I don't like it when it come from us, and I'm just gonna stand on that. But I keep my mind open, and you made a great point. You know, if she's looking at it from a standpoint is that she's not even acknowledging the other races because she don't want to see it from our people, similar to Monique when she spoke out about the bonnets, you know what I'm saying? And she was speaking to us, you know what I'm saying? Like Auntie Monique, she was tired of seeing us in that light, which I don't see no wrong with the bonnets. Do your bonnet thing, you know what I'm talking about? But she was speaking to us, you know what I'm saying? So from that viewpoint, I get it, but I still don't like it. You know what I'm saying? But I do kind of see what you're saying. If that's her mind state. Now, if she coming from a place of thinking about us first, like, okay, I want to see my sisters do something different. If she's coming from that, okay, I can halfway get it. But if you coming from a place of just criticizing us, you know what I'm saying? We ain't finna do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But at the bottom it said, where's the classy? What did it say? Where's the classy? Where's this? Inadvertently, why couldn't we just think of it as a challenge? Like we think of everything else, right?
Because I think that you're the only one that doesn't see color. You said it last week, or yeah, it was last week when you said you don't see color. I think that you are the only one that when you see something like that or read something like that, you don't attach color to it. You know, and I think that therein it is the underlying issue. Like color is attached to everything. You know, like when Wall just said, his point was when, you know, Auntie Monique spoke and she was talking about the bonnets, she was talking about us. Although you don't see just us, but she was talking about us because we are the community that she cares about. And to your point, we are the community that Lil Mama cares about. It's attached to everything. Being black.
But didn't Monique get backlash too?
Yeah, she did.
She did.
She did.
But I'm just saying, but to your point though, you said why you said why does it have to be about color? And that's the point, is that color is attached to everything. No matter what you do, you can't get away from it. It is attached to everything.
But can you really, really pull all your sisters to the side and say, you know what? Hey, you shouldn't do that. Hey.
It's a way to do anything.
More potential in you.
It's a way
really
to do
shouldn't
anything.
Be doing that.
No, it's a way to do anything. Like you get your point across a lot of times. Like Wall and I just understood your point. You were able to get through to us. You didn't have to call me out of my name. You didn't have to raise your voice. I said, you know what? Okay, let me come and let me look at it. For you weren't ignorant about it, so I said, okay. Let me come and let me see it from your perspective. I understood exactly what it is, that the message that you were trying to give. So I get it. You and I see things differently. But the bottom line is, at that point in time, that was my sister trying to give me a message. You understand? Mm-hmm. So I took it as such. Yeah, so I took it as such. But the thing is, right? But that's what I'm saying. But I took the message that you were giving. I took that, and I said, okay, maybe I can think about it differently. You know what I'm saying? But that was one of my sisters that was giving me a message that I was supposed to hear. Maybe I need to turn it around, because if I think about positive message and everything else that it is that I do, why can't I think about the positive side of that? So I get what you were saying. But bottom line is, I'm me every day. And black is everything that I do.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Shouts out to the culture gang.
I love my skin color, and I love my people. And I'm all for my people too. I don't want nobody to think I'm not for my people.
Sometimes it don't be said.
I be want us to just like literally.
Literally what? Literally what?
You gotta think bigger than that. I don't want to go back into it because it's gonna be a long conversation. You know, I'm gonna say.
Shouts out to KL.
Race out the equation. When we throw race out the equation, then you know, I think we honestly can heal as people. I think sometimes we give the other race more power because we keep on saying they do this, they do that, when we know just how powerful we are. How many walls we done broke down. You get what I'm saying? How many records we done broke. How many inventions we done made. You know, like we have the power and we know it.
Black inventors, the black runner. As soon as they say that sheep, they attach a color right back to it.
But look, and that's the truth. But we do the same thing. But let me say this. How about if we just learn to stop giving a fuck about color? I'm just gonna say it. We gotta stop putting that color thing in there. We gotta stop putting it in there, because I feel like we give them the power that they think. And they don't have it.
I don't think it's a situation where we putting the color in. I just think color is just in there. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the world we live in. And no matter if we put it in there or not, you know what I'm saying? Color is always going to be a thing when we talk about just being human beings on this planet. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way around it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, this is a conversation we're going to continue to have because it's big in our culture, and we're going to spin the block. Now, before we get up out of here, Miss Bill, you know what I'm saying?
I don't care, KL. No, fuck KL. He wanted to hit. KL, you ain't here, but I'm gonna tell you right now.
In the building.
Look, at the end of the day,
KL in the building. You know what I'm talking about?
they killing us, we killing us. I don't care about none of that. When we all understand that we are mentally allowing them to take over and over again every time we say they have power, and yet we out here willy-nilly doing what the fuck we want to do. If we don't like what they doing, all you gotta do is kick their ass.
Yeah, it sounds
Like you
real
kick your
easy.
brother ass. You get what I'm saying?
It sounds
I'm
real
just
easy.
saying. Do
If
you
it was
bow
that
down?
easy, I think if it was
Kids
that
don't
easy,
respect
Kate,
teachers in school right now. Is
But
that a
that
fair
ain't-
statement?
but that ain't got
Is that
nothing
a
to do with
fair
race. That ain't got nothing to do with race. You know what I'm saying?
At all.
That's just
At all.
that ain't got nothing to do with race.
It's not about race. What I'm saying is, if we're doing what we want to do, how is it we can keep saying one or two or three or of this other color has more power when we keep on saying we have more? We have more in numbers. We may not have more money. Is it all about the dollar? You get what I'm saying?
They've always had
If strength is in numbers, and we count for the more people, how are they winning?
Shouts out to the coach
We
game,
don't
Mama
back
Berry.
down. Our kids are not. A lot of kids are not respecting adults. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of things going on.
Ain't none of that got nothing to do with racism. Shouts out to Mama Berry in the building. We can't give them what they always had. You know what I mean? And I think Chibannas, you know, I think what people to disconnect when you say what you say, I think it's because you coming from a place of an equal playing field. Race and it's not. You want us to
it's not an equal.
But see, this is what I'm saying. You saying if we don't give them the power, like all we gotta do is not give them the power and everything is gonna be all right. That is not the case. We cannot give them the power.
Stop talking about them motherfuckers.
That's not what's gonna change nothing. That's not gonna change nothing.
Stop shopping with them.
That's not gonna change nothing. You know what I'm saying?
How you know? How do you know if you haven't tried it?
Oh, baby, listen.
If you haven't tried
my hairstylist is black. My lash tech is black. My wax tician is black. Baby, and my nail tech used to be black, but then something happened. But let me tell you that I'm always trying to bring the money into my community because it means that much to me. I shop black. Each boutique that
and that's
black.
all I'm saying. If we
that's what I'm saying. So when you said
focus on building us.
Hold on, one mic at a time. Go ahead, Miss Berry. What was you saying?
All I'm saying is you said stop giving them the power, and why don't we do it in our own community? And I do it in my community. I uplift my people. I don't just talk about it, I be about it. But you cannot change the way that things are the way that they always have been. They have the power. That's what we're fighting for. That's why we're trying to build up a nation. We are trying to fight for what is ours, what should be equally ours. And if you notice, it's always black and white. It's always black and white. Yes, there are some brown do have issues as well. But typically, whenever you hear an argument, it's always black and white. That's the way that it's always been. And just to say it's not there doesn't mean that it's not real. I understand your thought process. Everything is not flowers. It's not.
It is there. Just because you don't acknowledge it doesn't mean that it goes away. The only way for it to go away is to talk about it, to confront it, and try your best to change it. But to say that it's absolutely not there does not fix it. Maybe that's the problem, is that you're not acknowledging. Maybe in order to get to that point that you're speaking of, we need to acknowledge it in order to change it.
Now, I wanna touch on a couple of the comments that he just and then I'm gonna address you too. Okay. Where you go? I guess a whole bunch came in.
Which one?
No, I did not say we had equal opportunity. I said we have equal mental opportunity. You can rewind the tape and listen to that. I pointed to the brain, mental opportunity. Who was that under there? What she say? Everything does start with a conversation. Now, somebody else say they own banks, land, property. We can do the same thing. We can create our same wavelength. It's not like we can't create that. It's not like it's not a whole bunch of unused land not being used. You get what I'm saying? I do not want you guys to think I downplay racism, because I know racism exists. I'm not dismissing the fact that it exists. What I'm merely saying is, how we dismiss important things. Like the beginning of this show, we were talking about mental health and how the reason why it has gotten to the point that it is because it was overlooked for so long. We didn't talk about it. We didn't deal with it. You get what I'm saying? Now that we're dealing with, Miss Berry, you say, how can we change something that's always been going on? Mm-hmm. How can you know you can't change it if you don't continue to try? Everything don't just happen. It's a process. It's a process to everything. Everything gets better with time. Is that a fair statement?
Yes.
But we cannot keep fixating. I truly feel in my heart like certain people, like white people that are super racist. Every time we're sitting on here saying, hey, they done did this to us. Oh, I'm pissed. They're sitting there eating their popcorn. They're fucking happy. You get what I'm saying? Like you're giving, like, y'all giving them things to be fucking proud of. That's how I feel. When if we know this shit has been going on since the end of time, why the fuck is we still giving them all this fucking attention on these conversations? We need to be building something in solitude. It's a whole bunch of unused land out here, and it's a whole bunch of unused talent out here too. So why can't we just come together? That's my stance. It's never to downplay that racism don't exist. That, hey, if I go to a job, I may not get the job because she had blonde hair and blue eyes and she applied at the same time as me. Or her last name may be, a trending, well-known family name. Whatever. You get what I'm saying? I work off of spirituality, and like the spirituality that governs me is like, I love people. And just like it's some racist, white, Jewish, Chinese, Asian, all these different culture people, there are some nice ones. And I've met quite a few of them. And that's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? I don't believe in living with this anger and vengeance, you know what I mean, in our hearts about things that we can't control. That's a part of our daily prayer, right? Accept the things that you cannot change, and change the ones that you can. You say it's been going on for how long, and it can't be changed. I beg to differ. I think it can be changed, but the fact that we keep on wanting these 50 acres and a mule, and I'm not saying that to be derogatory or anything. I'm just using it as a standpoint. We're not going to get anywhere. We're not, because they're not. What we're looking for is acceptance. And every day when you wake up and you empower yourself and you empower your children, you tell them, don't go out, don't worry about being accepted. Don't be out there competing with nobody. Only person you're trying to be better than is yourself. You get what I'm saying? The version of you. So why are we still in this realm?
Well, you know what? Like, this is one of them topics that we're going to continue to address, because like shout out to the culture game. What if Martin Luther King would have sat down? This is our way of addressing racism in the day and age, so things will be better for our kids and grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? So these kind of conversations are exactly what we need to address it. Different viewpoints. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we all want our people and just the culture to elevate. You know what I'm saying? So, we definitely going to spin a block and we're going to address this. Shouts out to the culture game, man. Y'all be in the building. Stand in the tone. Like, comment, subscribe, share.
I done missed a lot of the damn comments.
Yeah, they shooting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They coming at you.
I be having people...
They coming at your ass, shit, you know what I'm saying? But hey,
they coming for you, shit, tonight.
But look, we appreciate everybody tuning in, you know what I'm saying? And this conversation invoked thought, and that's exactly what type of time we on. Shouts out to KL, staying with the home team. Now, Miss Barry, before we get up out of here, you know what I'm saying? Before we get up out of here, we gotta go get the box. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do the for the culture question of the night before we get up out of here. And I'm gonna let the box, you know what I'm saying, ask the question. You know what I'm saying? So Ms. Barry, what the box got to say tonight?
Okay, and so this is what the box had to say tonight. And we want to end on a lighter note, definitely.
Yes.
And maybe something that's a little bit thought-provoking, right? So let's be positive. Let's clear our minds of this conversation. Not clear our minds, but you know what I'm saying? Let's get to the positive side of things. And just a little bit of sharing, since we've been talking about communication since we've been on here. And the question, it says, what are you most proud of?
I'm gonna let the ladies go first. You know
that's the cop out.
Hey, I'm a gentleman. You can't use me being a gentleman against me, Miss Barry. You know what I'm saying?
But that's a cop out. So I will go first. It's not a problem with me. I will go first. So right now in this moment, I am proud of the strong woman that I have become, because it takes a lot to be me, to have the opinions that I have, to carry on the family that I have to carry on my back, to make the decisions that I have to make every day, to still get up, do it, and still smile about it. So I'm proud of me, because just a little bit ago, I was really struggling. I was really struggling mentally. I won't lie. Like, the smile that you see today, it was starting to fade. I was really having some true issues. I really was. And I was searching for a counselor. Haven't found a counselor yet, but I understood that I needed to find me one. But I can tell you that this has been a blessing for me, being able to come back and do what it is that I feel like I am meant to do. So I'm proud of me in this moment, and shout out to y'all for bringing me in and letting me be a part of the game, because this is helping me get back to happy. So I'm proud of this woman that you see right now on here today. That's what I'm proud of.
Oh man, say that.
I'm proud of you too, and
Man,
welcome.
look at here. You know what I'm talking about?
Miss
Hey,
Berry, Miss Berry.
Miss Berry, Miss Berry. You know what I'm talking about? Look. I feel you, and I would take the floor to piggyback off of that. You know what I'm saying? The one of the most things that I am proud of today is just the man that I've grown to be. You know what I'm saying? Coming from where I come from, you know, South Side, Chicago, Inglewood. You already know the vibes. Like a lot of us don't make it up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And my father wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? Like I could count on one hand the times I have personally seen my father. You feel what I'm saying? So for me, having my kids and being in their lives and breaking them chains, you know what I'm saying, was very, very, very important for me. You know what I'm saying? That was something that drove me to be something that, a role model for my kids, my family, and try to set the tone and try to change things for my people. You know what I'm saying? So me in this position, being able to do what I do, you know, affect change, creating this platform, address the culture, where I got so many dope people that's a part of the team that's moving this in an amazing way. You know, it feeds me. Like, you know, this week has been a tough week for me. You know what I'm saying? We lost somebody in a family. And it's just like having these moments where I can talk to my people, and it's a distraction and it keeps your mind moving in the right way. So just again, being in this moment has been amazing, and that's one of the things that I'm most proud of. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna send you a virtual hug. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely,
I already
absolutely.
know.
How about
Me.
you?
What am I proud of? Me, of course. This last year has definitely been a trying year for me. But I overcame all my obstacles. I had to learn how to do things, and that's why I talk with the conviction that I talk with. There used to be a time where I wouldn't say how I feel. I kind of like lost my voice. I speak my truth, and I really don't care how people feel. Honestly, when I know it's coming from a wholehearted place, my growth, being able to just inspire people, and today, y'all know I drive Uber. Those who don't know, I drive Uber in my spare time, right? And so one of my passengers, we were talking, and she sent me a text. I wish my phone went dead. Talking about how inspiring and how glad she was that she had me as her Uber driver. Now, I bring a lot of inspiration to people, so I'm proud that I'm able to give joy and teach love. Like, my whole goal is to just get us into this lovey-dovey place where, you know, we just love on one another. So I'm proud of the fact that I know for a fact that I punch a main impact in the society, in people's hearts, you know, things like that.
That's dope. You know what I'm saying? Love all around. That's super dope. We are here. You know what they say when a lot of people come together with one goal and one focus, great things can happen. And we are walking in it right now. Shouts out to the culture game. Everybody on the sound of our voice. We appreciate y'all tapping in. Y'all heard from us. Now we want to hear from y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe. Join the culture. Let us know how y'all feel. If y'all got topics y'all want us to address, if y'all got some questions y'all want us to drop in the box, you know what I'm saying? Let us know. Tap in, and we'll be more than happy to address it. You know what I'm talking about? You already know the vibes.
And don't put that comment back up there.
I ain't do that. You did that. You know what I'm saying? I
didn't do that.
Somebody pushed the button. You know, the spirit of KL. It was KL, you know what I'm saying? You already know the vibes, but like I said, man, we gonna tap in back Monday. KL and Miss Berry gonna be right here Monday, you know what I'm saying, and Wednesday to address the culture, and the whole gang gonna be right back here Friday, tapped in and do what we do. So until Monday, this is your boy Big Wall.
It's Chibannas. Yeah.
And I am the real Miss Berry in this Friday night. And I just want to say before we check out, Wall, thank you all for telling us how proud you are of us. This is what keeps us going. It fuels us, and we so appreciate y'all. And y'all make sure that y'all come back with us on Mondays and Wednesdays and give us some topics for the box. I know y'all loving the box. Give us some topics for the box. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and tell your people about us too. Don't forget that part.
All of that.
Make sure you follow us too.
Yes. All of us. It's scrolling right there at the bottom. You can see all our social medias, all the platforms. Tap in with us. When you speak, we speak back. So until next week, we up out of here. Like I always say, your culture makes you who you are. So make sure they respect it. We're going to catch you on the next episode. We up out of here.
Big 64 boy.
Scratch. Dressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture, I'm addressing the